A commander must have the courage to see his plan through, for good or ill. Wars are won or lost when the battle lines are drawn. Hello everyone, this is your host Legend, and welcome back to my channel. Tacticus can be a complex game, with multiple avenues to how you can approach the game, from casual play to those who seek to max out their skills in one of Tacticus's leaderboard modes. The one constant that can plague a player is planning and organizing their way to play. Fortunately, Tacticus has no lack of talented people, who not only play the game, but know how to code and make resources for the community. At the request of my guild leader, and generally since it is a good idea, I want to highlight one of the major resources that has emerged, Tacticus Planner. Initially this video was going to cover both Tacticus Planner and Tacticus Codex, but given that I am writing this script on Friday, and I aim to release my video Saturday or Sunday, depending on my timeline, I ain't got enough time, but that is fine since both resources have many things to go over. With that out of the way, let's talk Tacticus Planner. Tacticus Planner is a community-made and operated resource/tool dedicated to the Snowprint Studios game Warhammer 40k Tacticus. Shocker, I know. Tacticus Planner was made by a user known as Severin. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, I'm sorry if I'm not. It is currently maintained by CPU Nerd, also known as the Tacticus creator Carnage. They aren't alone in this work, because they work alongside multiple contributors from the community. Tacticus Planner is a free-to-use tool and resource with some basic functionality along with some more advanced features. It helps to not only plan, but accelerate your understanding of the game and how to be better prepared. It can be used without creating an account, but this does limit the functionality of it, and in general you will get more use if you have an account made. Fortunately, making an account is very simple. Simply click on the TP icon in the top right of the Tacticus Planner webpage and press register. You will be asked to make a username and password. Yep, that's right. No email is required. After making an account, you do have a couple of options when it comes to getting all your information imported into Tacticus Planner. If you wish, you can take the time to manually put in all your information, or get an API token and sync your account that way. Simply look up Tacticus API or go to api.tacticusgame.com. Create an account for Tacticus API, and then set the key access, how many days it should be active, give it a name, and press create. Please note, do not share this key publicly, only with those you trust to not abuse it. After you have made your key and copied it, go back into Tacticus Planner, simply click the icon in the top right again, click Sync via Tacticus API, insert the API key that you made, update, and sync. If all has worked and you didn't import local settings when making your example account, even though you have a pre-existing account on this very PC, I hate myself sometimes. All the information you have on your account, from who you own, shard counts, resources, etc. will be pulled in. As stated, I messed up when making this account and used local settings from my main account, so I had to take some time and fix some things, and even then it wasn't perfect. This generally shouldn't happen to you if this is your first account. Just be careful when making a new account if you do. Anyways, let's go back to my main account and show around Tacticus Planner. The only things I will not be showing are parts that I don't fully understand, are guild dependent, or are in beta. On top of this, I will be trying my best to keep things simple. Okay, let's get into it. Whenever you open Tacticus Planner, the first thing I would suggest to do is sync via Tacticus API, since this will pull in all the most recent and relevant data for your account. The home screen will show what raids you have done for the day, ongoing events, and any goals that you have made alongside any current event calendars. When in Tacticus Planner, you'll see you have access to 3 tabs: Input, Plan, and Learn. Input, as it is named, is where any and all information from your account is stored, from characters, resources, and more. The 3 most useful options are in this tab are who you own, inventory, and resources. Who you own shows your entire roster, the Blackstone cost of your account, a rough power estimate, and each individual character cell, with them being sorted by faction. Like it is in game, each faction shows an order of the amount of unlocked characters you have. Each unlocked character cell holds the relevant information of that character's current status, from their number and type of stars, rarity, rank, XP level, active and passive ability, and upgrade status. Locked character cells, minus those with an active LRE, will show you how close you are to unlocking them. Clicking on a character will give a more advanced menu showing current stats, XP, and more for unlocked characters, and showing the amount of shards you have for locked characters. Inventory and resources serves a much more simple, but still important role, with your inventory showing all your components, with filters for showing each item A through Z, and crafted components you actively have. Resources shows how many badges, forge badges, orbs, and machine of war components you own. Both of these will show the amount you had at your last input or sync with your API token. For the last tab I'm going to go over, My Progress, is where you input what battles you have beat in campaigns and event campaigns. The Plan tab is the mainstay of Tacticus Planner. It has important resources, such as goals, daily raids, guild war, and LRE. The Goals tab is for setting goals, with options for upgrading ranks, ascending, unlocking, machine of war abilities, and character abilities. At the time of recording, I have 2 active goals, getting Mephiston and Cybia to Diamond 1. Their cards show their priority, which character the goal is for, XP costs in the terms of Codex of War books, an ETA for when you will be done with the character, the end goal, estimated time, and estimated energy cost. When adding a goal, simply press Set Goal, enter the goal type, which in this case I am looking to upgrade rank, priority, what unit you are looking to upgrade, which in this case is extra row. You can specify rarity upgrades, or if you're aiming for a 0.5 upgrade, and finally add any notes. These goals can be edited at any time. This tab works directly into the Daily Raids tab. This tab shows where you spend energy based on what battles you have unlocked and the needs of the characters in the Goals tab. It will also show which components you have fully acquired, cannot currently acquire, and give a suggested raid list along with where the given components are found. The Guild War tab gives you a dedicated place to plan teams for offense and defense, with the Defense tab being dependent on what difficulty zone you are occupying. Both offense and defense pull from your Who You Own tab. Once a character is placed into a cell, they cannot be put into another one, reflecting how Guild Wars only allows a character to be used once. The LRE, or Legendary Release tab, is broken down into the Master Table and individual active LREs. The Master Table doesn't show who is the best for a Legendary Release event, simply who can score the most points based on all active LREs and by any individual LRE. When entering an individual LRE tab, such as Trajan's for this example, you can see what teams you can use by requirement, insert what missions and conditions you have completed, tokenomics, which depends on what you have completed, with this showing you what milestones you have hit, and if it is impossible for with the remaining tokens you will have to reach certain milestones. The Battles tab will show you the enemies by wave and their power score total, and Leaderboard will show who can score the most points and where. Finally, we have the Learn tab. Under the Tacticus options, we can look up material costs of upgrading our characters from start to end rank with rank lookup. MOW, or Machine of War lookup, allows us to do the same instead with our Machine of War units. Characters let us look for characters based on anything that makes a character who they are, from damage type, hit count, attack type, and more. It also lets us compare the current stats with their stats at a target rarity, rank, and star count. Dirty Dozen shows how characters are ranked by Nandy in his latest Dirty Dozen video by their effectiveness in horde modes, guild wars, and guild raids, which can give an idea of the rough top 30 characters in Tacticus. Finally, although it has been a while since its last update, the Insights tab averages data from every registered user of Tacticus Planner and shows the average Tacticus roster. Well, to the best of the site's ability, since not everyone has entered all their data correctly. And that is about it. Again, this is rather brief and doesn't cover everything in fine details, since there is a lot to Tacticus Planner. Before I wrote the script, I thought there can't be much to Tacticus Planner, but quickly realized that it was way more detailed than I initially thought. I am going to do further deep dives into individual parts of Planner, since it is just an amazing tool and resource. But in the meantime, I highly suggest you mess around with it, and if you find it amazing, support the creators of this tool. Tacticus Planner does have a Discord server where you can leave your thoughts about it and give detailed suggestions. If you so choose, you can financially support Tacticus Planner. All links relating to Tacticus Planner will be in the description. That's all I got for now. This is your host, Legend, signing off.